Members of Parliament, support staff, radio listeners, TV viewers, all following this meeting via social media, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I welcome you to this public meeting of Parliament. It is public meeting number 10 for today, Wednesday, February the 19th. At this time, I wish to give a special welcome to the Minister of Public Housing, Spatial Planning, Environment and Infrastructure, Mr. Patrice Gomes Jr. and his entire support staff here present. We have established a quorum of 10 members. I invite you to stand for a moment of silence. Thank you. I have received notice of absence from the members of Parliament Doran, Kotai, and Roseburg. I have received notice of lateness from the member Otley, and I ask if there are any notifications from the floor at this time. I don't see that being necessary. Before we continue, do allow me on behalf of Parliament to express condolences to the mother, family, and friends of the late Donellis Brown. Donellis was a journalist a young journalist who worked for many years here on St. Martin after having grown up here on St. Martin. So again, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Parliament of St. Martin to extend condolences to the ones he left behind and to all other persons who are mourning the loss of a loved one. On behalf of the Parliament, we extend our sincerest condolences. We now continue with the agenda point for this public meeting, and that is deliberations with the Minister of Vrome regarding the status of the draft policy on the land issue. This is actually a request from several years ago. However, the issue of land policy, etc., and issues relating to the land policy of government are still very actual, and thus the meeting today. As I mentioned, it was several years ago, in fact, on February 4th, 2022, that Parliament received a letter from some of the then MPs, MP Gomes, MP Peterson, a current MP, Sarah Westcott Williams, another current MP, Lutmila De Weaver, with a request that a meeting be convened to discuss, one, the status of the over-the-bank case with regards to resolution number 2 and resolution number 4 of the Peterson motion, and in consideration of the court case with verdict dated the 28th of January 2022 regarding the same over-the-bank land. And secondly, the status of the draft policy on land issue as it relates to the recommendations that appeared in the court verdict of the 28th of January 2022. Members of Parliament, this is a document registered on the 531 of the parliamentary year 21-22, and it is dated February the 4th of 2022. The presence of the Minister of Public Housing, Spatial Planning, Environment and Infrastructure, Vrome, was also requested, and the draft policy issuance domain land was received by Parliament on February the 2nd of 2022. That document, members of Parliament, is registered on the IS 516 of February the 2nd, 2022. This meeting was initially called and it commenced on Wednesday, February the 23rd of 2022 as a public meeting number 9 of the parliamentary year 21-22, but it could not continue due to the lack of a quorum at the time, and the meeting was never reconvened after that. As I mentioned during the introduction, the importance of the topic and several developments surrounding the topic of land issue here on St. Martin it's still important that we have this discussion, and we probably will be getting an update as far as these matters are concerned from the minister. We also